I will be leading this opening ceremony with you all as its moderator, and we will be going through a 3-day of wonderful debate where we are so much excited to see how we can creatively try bringing solutions to many of the issues. Although we are not as powerful as the people in power of ministries and foreign affairs in the real table of the United Nations itself, we are yet to become the ones who are to impact situations in our countries, in our localities, in our areas, and much more. United Nations has created so many efforts, from the Millennium Development Goals to the Sustainable Development Goals and many other human rights and global agendas, to protect and promote the human rights, the various situations of humans and communities worldwide who have been suffering from different issues and difficulties. And it has been deliberating so many issues, yet we still face so many things in the world. So it is our duty to take some civic responsibility and to create some change. And with that spirit, welcoming you all to the United Global Conference. Thank you so much. So what is the United Global Conference and what is its theme? Our theme is basically nature drives nations. We would like to highlight and use this opportunity as a simple stand that nature is what drives nations, not just nature in terms of environment, but nature of men and women itself. Our nature as human beings have been driving nations, have been driving communities for so many years, and our decisions have been the reasons for our development, for our miseries, for all our success and failures. And nature has been the main source of so many nations, providing its growth, providing its sustainability. And we are we're more than ever committed now to prevent and protect this nature, and also consider our nature in taking decisions therefore. So with this theme, we encourage you all to keep this in mind and work throughout this conference, therefore. So the United Global Conference has been organized and successfully opened with the support of our proud partners, who include the World Institute for Sustainable Development Planners, Hong Kong, the Indigenous Peoples Group Global Forum on Sustainable Development, Gratia Christian College, Hong Kong, Road Logica, Hong Kong, and Hong Kong New Emerging Technology Education Association. We're so proud, and we're so thankful to all of our partners for their support and deep interest in this conference. And without further ado, please allow me to welcome our keynote speaker of the opening ceremony, Dr. Shirley Yeung, Associate Vice President, UNESCO Hong Kong, Chief Advisor to the QSP Asia, and Associate Professor and Head of School of Business, Gratia Christian College, UNPRME. So, Dr. Shirley Yeung, the floor is yours.
So first of all, thank you and congratulations to Politic Link, of which I'm the International Task Force Advisor, and then the organizing committee that they have been spending a lot of effort in the past few months to prepare a global united forum for the young people to visualize the different part of the world and economic agenda, and also this UN simulations educators from about 13 countries that they can share about how to organize the event, and then also how to apply SDGs in the identify some of the solutions may be possible to be implemented in their countries. So as a professor in the School of Business, and also applying the SDGs into assignment, and also a lot of activities, including with the cross-cultural and cross-generation transformative movie that we have produced about 5 movies in the past about 4 years. So we get a very good track record about how to apply SDGs into curriculum and building servant leadership for transformation. So besides as a professor, I'm also working for UNESCO Hong Kong Association as the Associate Vice President, and also with the UN SDSN, Sustainable Development Solution Network in Kenya, and also brand ambassador for INSINADAF, which is focused on environmental. And my partner in INSINADAF, Mr. Eric Pogon, also just went to Glasgow, Scotland, for attending the COP26 about launching our Miss Environmental Contest 2021, which will be due in December. So actually, we have a lot of platform to let teenagers to engage, not just only listen, but they can implement, and also they can have some responsible actions to implement what they have learned, just like this kind of platform. So once again, thank you for the very kind invitation from Shruti, that she's the co-director of Politic Link, together with the organizing team members coming from India, Geneva, different parts of the world. And today I also invite our student, Sheldon, from higher diploma in Transformative Business Management, to share about what he has learned in our School of Business. And also I invited Mr. Bernard Lee, which is the president for Rotary Club Hong Kong Island Peninsula. And we have been working together in different perspectives. So I think creating the platform is very important. And also develop the ownership for the young people to visualize their dream. It's not just listening, but implementation. Implementing with different kinds of solutions about economics, social, and environmental. And then the last but not the least will be about we need to follow maybe some of the possible solutions raised from the forum of today, and try to think about whether we have some collaborations for responsive and responsible action for the future. And then actually about 2 days ago, UNESCO Hong Kong and also with the Global Peace Center, we organized the 3rd time for the Futures of Education. During the forum, a lot of industry practitioners, educators, and students, they mentioned about self-management, and also with personal sustainability, with peace, and also collaboration. These kind of skills are very important, and of which where we can develop all these kind of skills. So UN Simulation Forum will be one of the very good platforms to help us to develop all these kind of skills. As a professor, we also need to relearn the kind of thing that we can learn from the young people, like the smoothie and also the organizing committee. I hope in the future, we can engage in more young people in Hong Kong, Asia, and also maybe other part of the world like Kenya or maybe Nigeria, so that they can build a very strong network together. Every month or maybe every like a quarter, we can have some kind of actions to be implemented with progress. And once again, for the forum, inviting me for the opening remarks. So that will be the end of my part. So thank you, Smoothie.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shirley Yeung. It is such an honor to always have your support for PolityLink International, and especially for the conference, United Global Conference. Moving on to our next speaker, I kindly welcome Mr. Bernard Lee, the president of Rotary Club Hong Kong Island East. Mr. Lee, the floor is yours.
Thank you all. My name is Bernard, and I want to start by sharing with you a phrase often said in China, but it is actually translated into many languages in many cultures. It is more blessed to give than to receive. And I would say that it is relevant to not only myself, but to every one of you in what you're doing now, and at least a few different ways. A few years ago, she had taught me servant leadership through action in real life, such as what we're doing here today. And through Dr. Yeung, I have the opportunity to participate in various activities at Gratia Christian College and UNESCO, and in other activities within UN. She had also introduced to me other people who lead by doing. A few years ago in 2019, the pandemic struck. And while I was unable to travel for business, I was given many opportunities to teach or to share in primary schools, secondary schools, universities, and even the teachers and principals. And although I do not have formal credentials as a teacher or professor, I was blessed enough that many found my experience not from success, but also from numerous times where I fall in failure. All of them, they found valuable to those I spoke to. This year, I also became president of the Rotary Club of Hong Kong Island East, which has 68 years of history as the fourth oldest club of Hong Kong, Macau, Greater Bay Area, and Inner Mongolia. We Rotarians are peoples of action, and we gather together to give back to the world through service, through real actions. I see the silver lining as the three different ways of giving has shed new meaning to my life. And today, I'm honored to be here to witness young men and women who get together here to walk in the shoes of world leaders. The thought process and experience that you would experience would be invaluable. The positive influence from various mentors will stay with them for years to come, and all of those whose life would be influenced to become future leaders in the United Nations will make the world a better place because of this event and through doing and giving. Let us treasure every moment, realizing that the positive impact from this event will stay with us for a very long time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lee. It is such a positive message that you have given us to begin this conference with. Thank you so much, and your work is so notable and inspirational for community service and for much more. Thank you so much. On that note, we're so happy to have Mr. Sheldon Lee, who is a very strong representative of the student community, which is most of us here. So very happy to have him to see and hear his perspectives, and also to ensure that young people are not just a part of the process, but are also equal parts of the process. So Mr. Sheldon Lee, please give us your address. Mr. Sheldon Lee, I think we are hearing an echo. Would it be possible to speak in another computers? Maybe we're in Mr. Bednat Lee's computer or so?
So I think it was just feedback from another speaker. Is it okay now?
Okay. We're getting an echo. Oh, yes, I think it's better now.
Okay. So, as a higher diploma student of Transformative Business Management at Gratia Christian College, I treasure this opportunity to voice our opinions with young people in different parts of the world. I think this conference provides a good opportunity for us to know more about things related to UN committees like the WHO and the UN Security Council to broaden our minds with actual life experiences beyond learning in the classroom. I thank our head of school in Gratia Christian College for offering the chance to act for SDGs and the ability to transfer knowledge in partnership with Policy Link. Organizing a conference at young people level, it's no easy task. So I admire the energy of Ruthie and Dr. Shirley Yeung, who is the Asia ambassador of UNPRME and the UNOSCC Entrepreneurial Academy. I hope the strength of our networks can aid in learning how to design and organize events related to sustainability, innovation, and the application of multidisciplinary knowledge with innovations and transformations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sheldon Lee. Yes, it is indeed a very difficult task to put up a conference, especially when you have to manage to keep it interesting for 3 days. So we hope we will be able to do justice to all that we said in this conference. On that note, we thank all our speakers for graciously making this opening ceremony much brighter. Thank you so much. On this note, please allow me to introduce to you all the chairs of our 2 committees. So initially we had planned to host 4 committees, 4 to 5 committees, out of which we actually realized that since we had so many interested participants, it was indeed a difficult task to make it a very fruitful experience for all the participants in our workshops and our training programs. To keep it with the best quality and to ensure that we can give the best quality to all our participants, we had to split out the conference committee agendas over the next 3 months. So we are so happy to host the 2 committees this time, which is the European Union, which will be chaired by Ms. Ida. She is from Germany, and she is a student of international relations, and she has quite a number of experience in international affairs, in diplomacy, with volunteering and leading youth groups at the university level with the UN Women in Germany, and we're so happy to have her. Thank you, Ms. Ida, for accepting to chair our European Union. So the European Union's agenda is a very crucial agenda and a very technical one too. So the issue of burden sharing is not easy, and as you've all seen the recent issues in the Middle East, especially with the current issues in Afghanistan, it is indeed a very difficult debate ahead. So wishing the European Union chair and the committee all the very best for the next 2 days. And also introducing Mr. Harishankar Padmanabhan, the chair of UNGA on climate change. He is the CEO of Speak Your Mind Education, and he will also be the one who will be leading you into the MUN 101 workshop. So he has been a very good friend of our co-director and co-founder, Mr. Harsha, who's also on the screen today with us, throughout a lot of MUN experience. So he will be most likely your MUN guide. But we're so happy to have him, as his support to the UGC has been phenomenal, and he will be leading the UNGA on climate change. And it is very, very crucial, as you all know, and as you all have noticed and followed the COP26 recently, which is happening, and which is not not in the right way as we think it should be, or is bettering, is a debate that we can lead into. But the agenda that we have is also very crucial, because it is our lives which is counting on in the agenda. So wishing you all again good luck for the UNG on climate change, and wishing the chair as well a very good luck. And so this is a very happy moment that we had a very nice introduction to our dais. So following on to the next part of this opening ceremony is to quickly run through what we will do for the next 2 to 3 almost 3 days. So we will have a short break after this opening ceremony for 15 minutes, and then we will resume back, and we will have our workshop on international diplomacy and human rights, and we will be discussing a lot of important, crucial issues, which will be very relevant to your discussions and debates and in the next 2 days. So please, it is a compulsory workshop for your certification. So please attend this. You can leave your Zoom with your cameras off and your and you can be muted, and you can take your 15 minutes break and come back. Or if you feel you can, if you feel free, you can even leave out the session and come back. The best way is to just leave your cameras off and take your 15 minutes break and be back. Also, please rename your Zoom to your committee name and country, and just a short last name later. This is for the purpose of dividing you into your committee rooms later after our MUN one-on-one workshop. So the schedule will be 15 minutes break. We come back for the international diplomacy workshop, and then we will have around 1 hour of a lunch break, and we will be back by 2 o'clock CET for the MUN one-on-one workshop. So then you will have the workshop for around 1 hour 45 minutes, and then we will have our first committee session for 1 hour 30 minutes. Today's sessions are very, very crucial, and it is compulsory for your certification. So please make sure you don't miss any of them. And please also change your names to your committee. You can use short forms, EU, UNGA, which is much more easier to find on your screen than writing your whole committee name long. If this is just a few instructions that we have from our side, but otherwise we wish you all luck for the conference ahead, and we're looking forward to much more success and great, interesting debate in the next 2 days. So thank you so much again for joining this conference, and thanking our partners, our sponsors, and our speakers who have done great support all through this preparation. And let's begin this conference. Perfect. Okay, great. So let's take a 15 minutes break. So it's 10:30 CET now. We will be back by 10:45 CET, which is just 15 minutes. Looking forward to seeing you all soon.